Hey guys, this is Senior Director Barrett Jehanian with a training that I believe will really help you build your business. I don't know about you, but I hate knocking my head against the wall trying to get something done that just doesn't seem to work, and I know many of us feel that same way. I want to help you a little bit. You've got to build your business, but I want to help you to do that with this training that I believe will make everything much easier for you. I mean, would it be okay if your business was easy, or at least easier? There are a few things that we can change up, slight changes that will increase the speed at which your business grows, increase your customer base, and increase your happiness in the business, and make you want to work the business more and have a great time with it. So before we get started, I actually made a worksheet for you that is below this video. There's a link there. I want you to click the link, download the worksheet, print it out, pause the video while you do that, and come back here in a moment when you're ready and we can move on and get started. Okay, pause the video and let's get started with that worksheet. Great, so you should be back right now and let's get going. Look, I found out that when I started this business, I tried to reinvent the wheel. The wheel was already created for me. It was really easy, it was simple, it was duplicatable, but I tried to reinvent the wheel like most of us do. We want this to be a simple, easy thing. When something is simple, it's easy to show someone else and have them do the same thing. That's called duplication. And when you can do that with your team, it starts to grow exponentially when you've got this simple, duplicatable system. And that's what we're all looking for. But before we talk about that system, let's talk about some goals and what we want out of life and what we want out of this business. So on your worksheet, you will see a list of questions which are listed on the screen right now. When would you like your next check? How much would you like to be made out for? How quickly do you want your team to duplicate? Are you doing your own thing or following the system? And now I'm going to slow down here. Is it working? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And even if it is working, is it duplicating? And that's the main question. Is it duplicating? Because it doesn't matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. Because if you can't duplicate yourself, you'll sponsor some people and that will be the end. Maybe you'll get a few more people, but that will be it. So we want to make a system. We want to use a system that will duplicate over and over and over again. So we might be wondering, well, how do I do this again? I don't remember how this system works exactly, or I don't remember exactly what to say and what to do. So let's talk about that. Why do we feel that way a lot of times? It's really simple. The reason is because we simply don't run our business enough to be comfortable. Have you ever felt like that? You met someone and you want to talk to them and you're not quite sure what to say and you can't seem to get the right words out? It's because we're not doing it enough. So what are our goals? What do we want to do? What do we need to do in our business to be successful? We want to sign up customers. We want to get free energy, sign up customers who sign up customers, because we can really increase our customer base that way. We want to sign up associates. We also want to sign up associates who sign up other associates who gather customers, right? And we want to promote. So we need to duplicate. This is all about duplication. But we have some problems that we run into all the time. Number one, no one is interested, or they already heard about Ignite, or maybe they're too busy, or they're not going to save enough money. It's just, the price is so close, I'm not going to save enough money. Maybe they're in a contract. They just got in a contract 2 days ago, and you should have seen them 3 days ago, and you would have had them as your customer. Or maybe they just simply don't like network marketing. So these are all issues that we run into. Well, what about what we're saying to our people? That's another problem we have, right? What we are saying can be a major stumbling block for us. We say things like, are you interested in? Would you like to be involved with? You would be perfect for. Have you ever considered? Do I have a pyramid scam for you? If you have the worried look on your face, like the guy on the screen, you are saying some of these things or similar things to these. Well, you've probably heard the saying before that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, right? You probably finished my sentence. That's just simply not true. you can definitely say the wrong thing to the right person. So let's talk about our goals again. Our goals are sponsoring people, getting customers, building a huge team, an army of people. So we need to refresh things. Let's start at the beginning, because we need to talk about what we're here to do. What is it that we have to do? What's our job description with our business? Because if you don't know what your job description is, guess what? You're going to duplicate the wrong thing. We need to duplicate the right thing. So what is our job description? Do we go to meetings? Do we look in our back office? Do we show videos? Do we invite people? Do we watch the videos ourselves? Do we read things online about the business? Do we order business cards? Do any of those things make you money? I don't think so. There are only two activities that make you money. Helping prospects make a decision to become your customer, that's the first, or your associate, which is the second. That is your job description. So that's what your goal is. If you don't know what you need to do, then you're going to duplicate the wrong thing. You want to have associates who are helping their prospects make a decision to become your customer or your associate. Well, how do we do that? That's a really good question, isn't it? How do we duplicate ourselves, and what do we say to get people to want to do that? Well, what if we had customers and associates, or prospective customers and prospective associates, asking us, tell me how this works? How would it be cool if every single person you talk to said, how does that work? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Absolutely. So the idea here is to get them to ask you that question and then lead them with breadcrumbs exactly where they want to be and where you'd like them to be. It's a win-win situation. We're going to do that with three very simple steps. Number one, we create curiosity. Number two, we show a video. And number three, we make a third-party credibility call. Now, we stumble over all of these, some of these, one of these. Each of us has a stumbling block with all of these in some way, shape, or form. We don't know how to create curiosity. We say the wrong thing. We don't show the video. We try to explain it ourselves because our prospect starts asking us questions, so we start answering them. And we get in that valley of death. And then we don't quite know how to work in that third-party call. Do I say here? How do I tell them? And they don't want me to get someone on the... We don't know how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do each of these three steps. But first, let's talk about why they're important. Because it's important that we follow all three steps. We don't skip any. And then we do them in this exact order. If we do that, it's simple and very duplicatable. Remember, it doesn't matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. So curiosity. Why curiosity? It's really simple, because curiosity killed the cat. We are very curious beings. We're very curious creatures. By nature, we want to know the answer to things. Who shot JR? We want to know. So curiosity is a very, very compelling and powerful tool that you can use to build your business. Why do we use the video? That's really easy. That's a really easy answer, because it's the same every time. It's exactly the same every single time. That free energy video that we show people shows them the exact same information in the correct order, in the correct way, with the correct wording every single time. It's duplicatable. And finally, third party. Why do we have this third party credibility? Three-way call, 2-on-1. Number one, it speaks to your prospect's subconscious. They're evaluating the whole time whether or not they can run this business. And if they ask you questions and you answer all of the questions, their subconscious will be saying, okay, I asked them questions, they answered all the questions, they had all the answers. So if I do this business, I'm going to have people asking me questions, and I'm going to need to know all of the answers. I don't think I have time to know all the answers. I don't quite understand all that. I can't do this business. Another reason, number two, you're not the expert. You may be friends or an acquaintance with this person or a family member, and they don't see you as knowing anything about this. So they're not going to believe you. Number three, this is a copycat business. while you may be, and I'll include number 4 in this, while you may be able to sign someone up and answer all the questions yourself, that's not duplicatable. So they're going to see that you answered all the questions, and even if they join and you bring them across that finish line, then they are going to try to answer all the questions themselves and will not know the correct answers. They'll do it wrong. So you want everyone doing it correctly, yes? So you need to do it correctly in order to build your business that way. So that's the reason we have that third-party credibility. They're very, very strong reasons. If you don't believe in that, that's fine. You can stop the video here. And what I would do is call the corporate office and ask them for your 329 back, because you're not going to build a business. That's just a fact. So let's move on with those of you who are going to continue to watch the video. Because remember, it doesn't matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. So what is behind these 3 doors? I'm wondering what's back there. Why am I wondering that? Because we are curious creatures. We need to know what's behind that video. Well, guess what? This is how we're going to build our business. This is the thing that is going to capture everyone's attention and everyone's focus. 25% off. 25% is a large enough amount to have taken off your bill, and it's small enough that it's believable and seems very doable. So people like 25. 25 is compelling. I would like 25% off my bill for the rest of my life. That would make me really happy. And it's going to make you happy when you have prospects who are leaning forward and they want to know more when you talk about 25% off your bill. Here's how you do it. Hey Jim, how's it going? Listen, this is Barge, and I'm calling all my friends because I got to tell them about this amazing initiative that my company has. It's incredible. Now listen, you may or may not be interested. It doesn't matter to me. It's okay. But it's so powerful. You can save so much money with this that I want to be sure that all my friends know about it. Like I said, I don't care if you're interested. I just want you to know about it. So, oh man, it's so amazing. Anybody can get up to 25% off of their electric and or natural gas bill. It's absolutely incredible. I figure 25%, that's going to save me $400 or $500 just this year. And then I don't say anything else. And you shouldn't either. Do not say another word. Don't ask, would you be interested in? Would you like? Do you want to know more? Awkward silence. Stop. Don't say another word. Do not say anything else. That's the hardest part. That silence will be so deadly. Wait through the awkward silence and let them speak first. Now they may say something to you like, oh, that's nice, or my friend does that, it doesn't work, or anything like that. That's fine. Change the topic, walk away, doesn't matter. They're not interested. Walk away, get some new friends. They're not interested. 9 out of 10 people will say, if you say the right things to them, 9 out of 10 people will say, how does that work? Wow, that sounds interesting. Or seriously, you can get 25% off? That would be awesome. My bills are going through the roof this winter. At which point, all you say is, listen, I'll show you this 2-minute video. I'm going to send it to you or show it to you if you're in person. This 2-minute video that explains the entire thing. Remember, you're not going to explain it. You're just going to show a video. That's all. I can explain this really easily, but I always show people the video because I want them to show other people the video. I don't want them explaining it. Remember, monkey see, monkey do. It's a copycat business. So don't try to explain it. Be the messenger, not the message. Use these tools. Do not be the message. It's so important. Send the video. Just send it to them. It's really simple. They get the video and they watch it.
Meet Amy. Every month, Amy uses electricity and gas.
Isn't that awesome? I love that. That tune is so happy. It makes people feel good. They watch that video. I don't know about you, but I don't have a soundtrack when I talk. I tried to hire some people, but it was too expensive. So you get that soundtrack, and it just makes them feel so great. It explains everything. It's a story. It's fantastic. So if you're on the phone with them, and you're talking to them on the telephone, and you send them the video, here's what you do. You're going to say, I'm sending you the video. It lasts 2 minutes. I'll call you back in 3 minutes. During that 3 minutes, get a third party on the phone. Do not wait until you call them back. Before you call them back, get your sponsor, your MD, ED, SD, PD, upline, sideline, downline, I don't care who it is, clothesline. I don't care who you get on the phone. Get them on the phone with you before you call the prospect back. That is huge. It's so important before you call the prospect back. Then add the prospect to the call. If you are with them in person, also very simple. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to make that call to the third party, right? Well, either way, you're going to send them the video. Let them watch it on their phone, on their smartphone, whatever they have. Let them watch it on there so that they can take that home with them and they can watch it again and show it to their spouse so they don't explain it to them. They'll show it to them just the way you want them to. So watch the video with them. Be super pumped up and super excited about it. You want to just be through the roof about how great this is. And then when it's done, you're going to ask them this simple question. Do you see the value in that? Don't ask them what they thought. Do you see the value in that? They will either say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. If they don't, conversation's over. Get new friends. Go find a better place to hang out. Find a different place to, some new relatives, whatever. But they're done. If they do, if they say yes, you ask this next question. What can I answer first? What can I answer first? That's easy to remember, right? Do you see the value in that? What can I answer first? Now, here's the critical portion. When they ask the first question, I don't care if they ask you, what's your shoe size? You don't know the answer. And you're going to say these exact words. That's a really good question. I'm not sure I know the answer. Just a second. And then you pick up your phone and start dialing. Don't ask permission. Don't say, let me call somebody and start talking about that person. Don't do any of that. Pick up the phone. I'm not sure I know the answer. Just a second, and start dialing. When the person answers, that third-party person answers, you talk to them. Basically, you'll just simply say, hey, listen, why don't you just talk with him or her directly? It'll probably be a lot easier. Or what I actually like better is to simply say, you know what, I'll throw this on speakerphone so we can both talk and I can learn what the answer is too, because you're going to make an excuse that you don't know the answer, right? I'm new at this. I just got started. This guy knows the answer. I don't know the answer, and I want you to have the right information. So you're going to get them on the phone, hand them the phone, or put it on speakerphone, and that's probably a little bit more comfortable. And now you're talking with everybody, right? Now you've got that person on the phone, that third-party credibility person. When they're on there, you need to edify them. Listen, this is Ed Ennis. He's a senior director. He is building this business like crazy. He's a fantastic speaker. He's a business owner. What a great guy this is. He's a great friend. And you're just going to edify him to death. Then you're going to talk about the prospect. Ed, this is Jimmy. Jimmy has been a lifelong friend of mine. Jimmy owns several businesses. He's one of the smartest people I know. He knows how to make money. He's a great family guy. Jimmy, Ed, Jimmy. That's it. Edify the prospect. Introduce the two to each other. And then you are out of the picture. You don't say another word. You're out of the picture. You're simply listening. And that's so crucial. Do not muddy the waters. You may want to say something. You may want to add something. You may want to clear something up. Do not say another word. Trust me on this. You've got to do it that way. Hold yourself back. It's tough. The role of the third party, this upline sponsor, whomever it may be, their role is to do the heavy lifting from here on out. All you did was create curiosity, show a video, and connect them with that third party person. They're your 3 steps. That's it. Now the third party person takes over from here on out. Their role is to do all of the heavy lifting from here on out. So it's really pretty simple. They're going to lead them from 25% off the bill to 50% to 100% to becoming your business partner. It's pretty simple. The way we're going to do that is by using what I like to call full disclosure. Now, they're going to answer their questions about free energy, right? That's really important to do. They're going to gauge their level of interest in getting free energy. And then they're going to bridge the gap between gathering customers and becoming an associate. And the reason we do this, this is actually important to do with every single person you show that video to, because if you don't, you are doing them a disservice. Imagine if someone showed you a video about how you can get 25 to 100% off of your energy bill. You became their customer, put in a few customers, and walked away and got your free energy. And in the meantime, some of those customers duplicated and built a team, and maybe some associates came on board, and your friend who showed it to you is reaping the benefits and never told you that you can make money. I'd be pretty PO'd, and you should be too. So it's our duty to give them full disclosure and let them know about that portion of the business. The way we do that is with common sense and fear of loss. So they're very simply, all we're going to do is say, listen, I know that you're interested in gathering some customers, and when you get 15, you're going to have free energy, which is really cool. But it's important that you know that when you gather these 15 customers, that Joe over here, he's going to get paid on those customers. All those customers you get in, you're going to get free energy. Joe's going to get paid each month when those customers pay their bill. And I want you to understand that. Also, some of those customers that you bring on board, they'll want free energy too, right? Absolutely they would. So they may go and gather 5 to 10 to 15 customers each. And when they do that, they'll get their 25 to 100% off of their energy bill. And Joe over here will get paid. Joe will get paid on all those customers. It's also possible that some of those customers may say, I think I'd like to run this as a business and start to build a business and grow a team. So they will be Joe's team members, and the customers and other associates that they bring in will be Joe's team members as well. You'll keep your free energy, but Joe will be paid on all of that. It's important that you know that, because if you'd like, you could position yourself to get that free energy and position yourself to be paid on those customers as well. You really don't have to do the business at all. What you could do is just pay $329 to get started. And if you run like crazy for the next 30 days and get your 15 customers put in, you're going to get about $300 in bonuses back. And when you do that, you'll be about $29 plus a month of the website, so about $50 in the red. But when you have free energy, that'll be more than paid for in your first energy credit. And you will have positioned yourself to create the opportunity to be paid on all those customers should they start to grow. So in essence, you're in the business pretty much for free. You shut your website off after you've gathered your 15 energy accounts. Shut it off. Don't do the business. It may grow, it may not. But if it does, you will at least be in a position to make the money if they start to grow. And I think that's really important that you do that. You just simply shut off that website and put yourself in a position to make money. You may not want to do that, but again, all you're doing is putting in 15 customers and shutting off your website. You're done. You're not doing the business. You're just putting yourself in a position to reap the benefits of the fact that you put those 15 customers in. You put the work in, so you should reap the benefits. Yes, I agree. So that's the way we bridge the gap. Remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. They may need to talk to their loved one. They may need to think about it. They may need to see if they have enough money in their bank account. They may need to see if they have enough money on their credit card. They may need to talk to their neighbor, their whomever. Who knows what they need to do. But it's important that you follow up. Now, this is the part that many of us get messed up at. We've got to follow up. The purpose of every single appointment is to set the very next appointment. That's the purpose. And you've got to set the appointment. I don't know about you, but when I go to the dentist, they always set an appointment. They don't say, hey, come back sometime in 6 months. We'll see you when you get here. Or we'll call you sometime and make an appointment. We set the appointment, the date and the time. Here's how we do this. It's really simple. We want to get a face-to-face appointment. We want a webinar. It could be anything. You could get them on your team call, a telephone appointment, a home presentation, or out to one of our corporate events. Any of those things could be the next appointment. But when you do this, never make it open-ended. Hey, we have corporate events every Thursday night at 7. Come to any of them. If you do that, they're not coming to any of them. Almost guaranteed. So we don't want it open-ended, because when it's open-ended, we never get that appointment. We never see them again. We end up chasing on the telephone, calling them over and over and over again, trying to get a decision or trying to get them to the next exposure of the business. And what happens is, when you keep calling, all they're going to be thinking is, so if I want to do this business, I've got to bug people on the phone like this? I'm out. No way. So here's how we make it easy. They are interested. They want to know more, perhaps, or they want to think about it, whatever it may be that they've got to do. Here's how you get the appointment. We're going to start with a wide focus. Hey, does Monday or Wednesday work better for you? Oh, Wednesday works better. How about morning or afternoon? Afternoon is definitely better for me. Okay, how's 2 p.m. or 4 p.m.? 4 p.m. works. Boom, you've got your appointment at Wednesday, 4 p.m. Now you've got a firm appointment, and that is how you get an appointment. That's how you keep this working like a business. You're a business owner. Set appointments just like a business. It's very important to do that. So what were our problems in the beginning? No one is interested. No one is interested in this. But now most people are interested because they want to find out how they can get 25% off. Well, they already heard about Ignite, but they didn't hear about 25% off. So now they're interested again. They're too busy. That's no longer an excuse, because they're looking at this in baby steps. Remember, we're just dropping the breadcrumbs and leading them to where they should be or where they want to be, which may just be being a customer. That may be all. But they may want to gather customers or be an associate. So that time is no longer an excuse, because they see how easy it is. They're not going to save enough money. Even when we were about 10% cheaper all the time, people said, well, it's not enough money. 25% gets people's attention, because now they will save a ton of money every single year and every month. And they may save thousands of dollars if they get free energy. Tens of thousands over time. So this is huge. They're in a contract. So if someone is in a 2-year contract and they've got a $150 cancellation fee that they just got into last week or last month or 6 months ago or even a year ago, if they're going to save $1,200 this year, that contract may not be a big deal, because $150 paid to get $1,200, I'd do that all day long. So that contract may no longer be a problem or an issue at all. I don't like network marketing. I don't like network marketing. Well, fear of loss, that money that they would lose if they don't open this as a business, takes them right across that finish line. Right across that finish line, where they just own a business, put some customers in, and see what happens. It's actually a beautiful thing. So these problems actually become solutions. That's what rocks about this. We have solutions, guys. So let's review. Here's what we do. We want to take them up the steps, one step at a time. We don't want to jump past steps. When you jump over steps, someone falls, and that's never good for anybody. So curiosity, that's the first thing. The second thing, show them a video. Third thing, third-party credibility. Very huge, really important. And that third-party person will lead them to the next exposure. You've got to make sure, though, that you set that firm appointment. The purpose of every appointment is to set the next appointment. So whatever it may be, whatever event it may be, it could be just a webinar. It could be another third-party telephone call with someone else they want to speak to. Lead them to that next event and set the appointment for that. You may need to do that a few times to have additional exposures from event to event. That's okay, as long as each time you escalate it a little bit further. And then finally, they join. It's rocking. Then they join. You're excited. They're excited. They've got a business. They've got income. Or perhaps they just have free energy at their home. It's a beautiful thing for everybody. Now, here's the thing. If you are bringing someone to a corporate presentation for their first look, guys, you're doing the business wrong. How many times have you been at a hotel waiting for a prospect to show up, or at a home meeting waiting for a prospect to show up, and they never show up? Why don't they ever show up? because they have no scratch in the game. They don't know why they're going. They don't get what the reason is that they need to be there. You're asking them to take time out of their schedule. Let's face it, a half hour to get there, an hour to be there, and a half hour home. That's 2 hours out of their schedule, away from their family, away from their kids, for something to see, something that they don't even know what it is. You've got to give them some information first. Show them that video. Do the steps that we had there first. That's first before you invite them. Now, if they're interested, now they'll have a reason to show up and come to that meeting, and you'll have much more success. So, you're going to have questions. That's great. If you have questions below this video, please type in the questions, your comments. If you like what you saw, say, hey, this was great, thanks so much. If you don't like it, say you're full of it, you don't know what you're talking about, this is crazy stuff. That's fine. If you have questions, type the questions in. I will do my best to answer them. We'll do whatever we can to help you out. So I want to thank you all for taking some time. Make sure you go for it, guys. Don't sit back on your heels. Go for it. Pick up that phone and help some people get 25% off their bill, 50%, 100%. Help them create some additional income in their life. You're going to help them. It's going to help you. The more people you help get what they want, the more you get what you want, and they will thank you in the end. That's the presentation. Guys, good luck. Thanks for watching.